Sports Frenzy family, good night everyone. Welcome to another Sports Frenzy podcast. I'm your host. Everyone with me tonight I have Devin, I have Kems, and tonight we also have Manningsman who hit out the show last night because you know that Cristiano scored two on the weekend. So some reason Manningsman decided to run away from the beating that Kems was going to give him, but we're not here tonight to talk about any EPL action still. We're here to discuss some UEFA Champions League action, and what better way to start it than, well, first up we're just going to look at it game of less significance, then we'll go to the games of more significance. So first up, Sevilla and Salzburg shared a 1-1 draw today. Um Boy, as Devin said to me, this was the game of penalties. Within the first half alone, four penalties were awarded and only two was put away. I mean, Salzburg missed two, and that was poor on their part because eventually, as I said, the game ended up 1-1, and it could have easily ended 3-1, 3-2 because it was that type of game. But it was an entertaining game overall. Happy to see that Salzburg, who people see as a minnow, actually put up a good fight against the Sevilla team. But nothing else there to talk about. Now we look at Young Boys taking on Man United. And I'm going to start with Kems on this one. Kems, last night you said that if this man comes and change the team, problem. But if he goes in with his strongest 11, easy win. First up, the man decided to bench Greenwood, bench Varane, and as expected, we know that Matic wouldn't have started, but he gave Van de Beek a start, he gave Lindelof a start, and look at it now from Fred come back into the fold as well. Now you look at the team overall. From you saw the team selection, what exactly went through your mind, Kems?
So when I saw the team, I said, all right, you might give Van de Beek a boost. Then I said, boy, probably the boy we have a next match coming up week. You might give Varane a little rest, Lindelof. So then we look on the opposition and I say, this is young boys. I say, we're supposed to can dispatch you with this team, because we have Christie up top, we still have Sancho with the quality, we have Bruno, we have Pogba, so we still have enough quality to outclass a young boys team who, when they play Manchester United, they should be starstruck. They shouldn't want to complain of football. They should just want to just lay down and take beating, right? However, as you see, we start the game. We start the game relatively well. The man who Manningsman said now, find the back of the net once more, right? And then always telling about the IQ, about football IQ. You could have talented from now to the morning, but the IQ is so important. And one Bissaka, I don't know what that man was doing. I don't know what that man was doing in the context of the game. Red card, right? Okay, so we can say we get the red card. But then when we get the red card now, it's coming like we are playing Bayern Munich, not young boys. I believe even with 10 men, the tactics or the coach make after that. That I believe him just make a tactics. Okay, 10 men, now we have to go defensive. That's how I see. No, we still are play young boys because I watched Chelsea play Liverpool and Chelsea go down to 10 men. I'm gonna see Chelsea I play like how Manchester United I play. Manchester United like them a shake, like, oh my god, young boys. Young boys is so good. We're afraid of them, we're afraid them beat we. And them just start play defensive, them not attack, them not take a shot. It's like them a try defend a 1 goal lead from first half going into freaking the end of the game. And at no point in time, I was wondering if this is Manchester United, probably under 21, under 14, because this could never be the senior team. This could never be the team. And I know there's circumstances and I know there's adversity. But again, after we have been embarrassed in the Champions League last season, after we've been embarrassed most of the time, even in the Europa League final, we're supposed to win that. We don't win that. I believe this is a time now. We're playing a young boys team, a poor young boys. This I don't want you to not about this young boys team. This young boys team is not at Manchester United level. Even if we play with 9 men, them not supposed to beat you, right? And them beat us, and it's really disappointing. Now we just have to just take a little humble pie and just go one side. Lingard now, if I ever see Lingard ever get back a game for Manchester United right now, Lingard for going at the doghouse right now. Straight up.
All right, so from my perspective, I just thought overall, as I said, the coach was poor. Because personally for me, from weekend, I said that I didn't wanted to see Wan Bissaka play this game. I wanted to see Dalot play this game. I said it
Mhm.
from weekend because you know that you have two right back, and you said that you're going to give Dalot time because that is the reason they never sent him on loan because they said that hey they have trusted him. So at least I expected him to have started. Um, bypass all of that, get the red card. No problem sacrificing Sancho for Dalot. I never have an issue with that, right? But you're going to tell me that after you're going to take off Van de Beek. Ooh, I, to me personally, this is Van de Beek best game that he has ever played for United. He was doing all the things that we expected him to do, and hey, Fred was having an awful game. Was the man that you chose to keep on? You took him off. You went with three at the back. For what reason? Again, we're not playing against any big team. We're playing against young boys.
Mhm.
Even if you have 8 or 7 men on that field, you should be beating this team.
Yep. Yep. Just,
Okay,
just,
cool.
just. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You know what was the most disappointing thing about this game?
What's that?
Right through the entirety of the game, Manchester United only had 2 shots. I'm
Mhm.
not just talking about at goal overall. I'm talking about overall, as in 2 attempts at goal.
Mhm.
That is
Yep.
very poor. And then you're going to tell me that this coach is there. You're chasing a game where, if you look at it, you need speed up front based on how the tactics set up because, hey, you're down to 10. So
Mhm.
you're going to need speed up front. I see this man bring on Matic and Lingard for what? When you have Greenwood and Elanga on the bench who could give you a lot of speed up front. Because all they had to do, young boys were having the better of possession. They kept on attacking. All they need to do was just tell a man to stay on the shoulder of the defender. One long ball over the top and gone. Just like the chance that Cristiano got. In which I
Mhm.
thought they should have buried that because come on, Christy, you're too soft this one. But otherwise than that, boy, this game comes down to one person. It's a
Yes.
coach.
And then this is it, This is it. I believe with this coach, I don't know this, and it's probably not true, but I believe him just do any, mini, miny, more. When him a make him substitution, him just say, all right, you, and then Lingard just because I don't see. Or is a case where him say, okay, Lingard score weekend, so probably him have some confidence, so I could bring him in the game and see what he can do,
Man,
But
contract signing.
I'm probably okay. I could raise up Lingard stock for January, so we can get some more money for him. I'm not really sure what was going through the coach's head, but time and time again, a lot of persons say, "Boy, we can't win with this coach. We can't win with this coach." And as we defend him shame we. We defend him again, him shame we. So like honestly, like, I don't really know. Obviously, I just one game. The greatest thing about it is that the other two teams in the group them draw, so they're only on 1 point. But if the coach are gonna continue with this style, might as well we just leave the Champions League alone and just continue doing what we do.
All right. Mannings, man, I know that you're waiting to go at this team because I know that you're one of United biggest haters. So, what do you have to say about the game overall and what you thought about Young Boys' performance?
Yeah, I remember I did a show. I think Kems was on it, and one of the guests, he's a Liverpool fan. When we were talking about the Champions League, I think you're on it, Levon. The Royal, and he said that Manchester United was going to struggle. I don't know if you remember, he said that,
Yeah, man, I
right? So
remember him saying it, man.
in this zone, I don't believe it, right? But I'm not sure the coach of Manchester United knows what he wants to do with his team. And that is what happened after the red card. I don't think he was clear as to whether I need to set up defensively and play on the counter, or I need to keep applying some pressure and trying to score. So that's how I saw it. He was in no man's land. What should I do? It probably would have been better if Manchester was down one and down to 10 men, because then he'd have tried to score. But I think he was caught in a position he wasn't sure if he wanted to keep the one goal, stop the opponent from scoring, or score more. So his substitutions, I think, were wrong. I don't think Van der Beek should have been substituted at the time that he was substituted. That's number one. I can't understand based on how Pogba has been playing, how you'd set up the team with at the start of the game, even if you want to include players, why move him? Because you can change personnel without changing position. And I think to incorporate Van de Beek, he had to move Pogba basically out of position. That is where I had the challenge.
Mannings, man, look at it though from this standpoint because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of United fans and fans over arguing that Pogba playing on the left wing wasn't really an issue because he has played there from last season, come right up, and he has played there very good. So they never saw it as much of an issue. But you have people on the other end that are saying that with Ole as a coach, it's hard to incorporate Van de Beek, Bruno Fernandes, and Paul Pogba in the same team because basically they're the same type of players. So based on how he set up his team, it's hard for all three of them to play at once.
Yeah, but I agree with that, But where has Pogba had all his assists playing? I am saying that if I'm going away seeking to win the game because it's a weakened team, I want to play Pogba in the place that he has been the most successful thus far. I'm saying because you didn't have to play him. Because remember, you could have started a good team without Pogba, but you play him out of position. All I'm saying is that why you didn't just bench Pogba then and play start Lingard over there or something. Why did you take him out of position? That's the issue because I don't think he's sure what he wants to do. And to me, that is a bigger problem. I think the biggest problem I have with this coach, though it's not my team, is that I'm not sure from week to week he knows what he wants to do. And so that was the problem. Do I win? Do I draw? Because Fred should have come off the field. In fact, the first change, I think, should have been Fred and Pogba come back down there and play. He could have made that adjustment. He could have taken off Fred and asked Paul Pogba to move from where he was, come and play in the middle. He could have made that change. The first change.
Okay.
That's me still. But it's Manchester losing, so hip hip.
If I was an Arsenal fan, I would celebrate still because I don't know what Europe feels like. But anyways, Devin, what you thought about the performance?
All right, so first thing I want to start with people talking about the starting 11. It may not be none of you guys, but like all around. It's just all around. Like what Kim said, right? It doesn't matter the starting 11. So I'm not going to blame the coach for the starting 11. I'm not going to blame the coach for the starting 11. You're playing young boys, for Christ's sake. You're playing young boys. It don't matter the starting 11. So people, everybody, all right, when Ronaldo scored a goal, everybody, I didn't hear anybody was saying, oh, you should have started this. Yo, I'm not going to knock the coach for the starting 11 to say, oh, this man should have started instead of this. All the players that started for Manchester United are quality players when compared to young boys. And I may be saying quality as an understatement. They may be like superior quality. Correct me if I'm wrong, to young boys players.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no issue about the starting 11. No, the point now is where I don't know what its philosophy is when you go down by 10 men. Just like what you're saying. You not go down by 10 men, you go down to 10 men, right? You lose a player. Now you're playing young boys again, for Christ's sake. You should try to capitalize by scoring more goals. It's not like you're playing two big clubs. I know two big clubs playing each other. You go down to 10 man and you're leading. Naturally, what you try to do, you try to short the midfield some more, short the defense some more, because you go a more reserved style of play. You know what I'm saying? But I see some people making the joke or saying, oh, even with 9 man, you should beat them. I'm not going to say that. But you're saying you're playing young boys, you're Manchester United, you go down by 10, you're still looking to score a goal. You're still looking to score a 1 or 2 goals. Again, as you talk about the coaching, he may have made some bad substitution, yes. But, I mean, I don't want to chastise Lingard too much, but guess what? I don't think the coach tell him to make that pass. So if the game has finished 1-1, right? What you look at it? See, I'm looking at it right now. Everybody would be on a point. Everybody would be on a point.
Not satisfied either way.
Eh?
We as United fans wouldn't be satisfied either way because it would be 2 points lost.
True, you won't be satisfied against young boys, but I mean, 1 point compared to 0, it's a big difference when another team is on 3 points. And finally, what I want to say is this: just look at it this way for the United fans. I'm gonna give you a ray of hope here, right? Last year, y'all started out with like about The first 2 games was 6 points. Probably the first 3 games, you win the first 3 games. And then for the last 2 games, you only needed a draw. You end up with 2 losses, and you didn't make it to the next round. So this year, you started off bad. So the only thing can be now is that what? Your fortune must be reversed this year. You started off bad, so you're going to end up good, and you're going to progress to the next round. Yeah, definitely.
As the man they always said, what Devin, with Ole at the wheel.
No,
You
no,
can't.
man. No, man. No, man. You're going to go through, man. There's no way.
But
You're gonna go through with this.
Ryan, you have anything to add to what these three gentlemen have said so far?
Just a few. As Devin said, I won't blame Ole either for the starting 11 because you're playing young boys. Players going to need rest. Players need rotation. Players need game time. So that is neither here nor there for me. The red card, you can't blame the coach for the red card either. But what you can blame the coach for is what he does after the red card. And what he did, like some people who play domino and they don't know what they're playing and they just start throat card.
Match.
That was all the substitutions. There was no rhyme or reason to them. I don't know if he wanted to go attacking, if he wanted to go defensive. I don't understand what kind of change that at halftime. It was just chaotic, the substitutions. So those are the things I blame a coach for. And he was the one he messed up the change. And even though him can't tell Lingard what to play or what have you, his style of play contributed to Man U being in that position. And it should not have come down to that. Let us just call a spade a spade. Manchester United should have won that game comfortably. Even with 10 men, you don't go so defensive against the weakest team in the group. You sure they are going to come out and attack more than they were, but at the end of the day, you still have to maintain your attacking propensity. You can't just turn off. You only have 2 shots in 90 minutes against young boys. Even if you're down to 10 men, that's unacceptable. And I saw a stat before I came online that Ole has 11 UCL games for Man U as a coach, and he lost 7. 4 wins, 0 draws, 7 losses. So don't look good.
But I can tell United fans that blame Levon Trail for that goal that they conceded, because I was the one who said Lingard at least do something. He's the only one out there with any sort of attacking talent, so at least do something. But the bad thing about it is that he did it for the opposing team, so blame is on me.
This is my thing, right? Also, let me add one more thing. I hear right about rest. Let me tell you something, man. These men only play 4 digga game, right? These men getting paid 350,000 a week. I don't want you're not born a rest, brother. I don't want you're not born a rest. I don't want you're not born a tired. I don't want you're none of that, right? And with the coach, right? We talk about Lingard, right? If me as a coach know, say, okay, if me put on Devin is good for 2 nonsense play. In a 10-man situation, me nah put on Devin this. Me I look for somebody else who me know say, boy, that person probably not as good, but me know say in this situation, you gonna make the right pass, you gonna make the right play, you gonna work hard. And that person that me I look for. So then that me blame the coach for again, because you're supposed to know your personnel. You're there with them guys if you're a long time. Only Ronaldo come in, Sancho, but apart from that, you have your core guys, you have your Matic, so you know who in the situation you can trust. And when we see the board go up and Lingard come on, we just know say, me there are hopes to hold on for a draw, but now we have 0 points and just appear trolling right now.
All right, so let's move on from United because they are disappointing. And
Levon, let me ask. Levon, I can ask you something.
quickly,
Varane. Isn't that Varane didn't play in the first couple of games for Manchester United? So is it really rest or rotation?
All right, so good question, but I think that if I had a contact for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, it would be way more easier to get an answer for that. Because to be honest, I actually expected him to start, because man like Lindelof should not start your first Champions League game. Give me a strongest 11. Start Varane, start Maguire. That is the partnership that has been working. The only substitution, well, not substitution, the only change that I said to the backline for me personally was Dalot. I just expected Dalot to have started ahead of Wan-Bissaka, knowing that Wan-Bissaka hasn't started the season good. So at least give Dalot the run in the Champions League. But Ole had other plans. never worked out. He said back to the drawing board. He says that what he's aiming for 10 or 12 points, win his 3 games at home, and get a result on the road and through to the next round. So let's see how that one goes. But the other results that I'm going to run through quickly before we break down the next 2 fixtures. So first up, Lille and Wolfsburg drew 0-0. Um, Villarreal and Atalanta, both of them draw 2-2. Malmo suffered a 3-0 defeat to Juventus, who finally got a win. And Benfica and Dynamo Kiev ended in a 0-0 stalemate. Next up, we saw Chelsea taking on Zenit, and boy, this Chelsea team had me scratching my head because I have them. I bet on them to actually win this game, and for a lot of the game, Zenit was frustrating them. And I don't normally give Brazilian players praises, but there's this guy on Zenit team. His name is Claudino. Aside from he was at Red Bull Bragantino down in Brazil, and he looked a good player. And in this game, to be honest, he looked good as well. But Chelsea superiority eventually came out, and Lukaku got on the score sheet again, assisted by Cesar Azpilicueta again. And I'm sure that Ryan is actually happy that they got the win. So Ryan, your take on the game?
I'm not happy that they got the win.
I'm saying that you're happy that they got the win.
Okay. Yeah, happy because at this stage of the game, you just need to start off with a win and then you work from there. Doesn't matter how you win right now. Just get the points on the board, and then in game 2, 3 onwards, you start to get into gear. So happy for the 3 points. Zenit played Chelsea very close, especially the front three, because when the ball comes up to Lukaku, Mount, and Ziyech, they were onto them like white and rice. So there wasn't much space for Chelsea's attack to operate in, and a lot of the passes in the final third broke down. I saw Mount trying to make some pass, and none of them really come off. Lukaku tried to make some plays as well. The defenders onto him same time. Ziyech, Ziyech basically tried some things. Quite a few of them did not come off either. So they were playing a close game to Chelsea, and they played it really well. But at the end of the day, a bit of quality won out. So that's what championship teams normally do. They find a way to win. You create a moment of one moment of quality, and you try to capitalize on that moment that you get to create, because in games like these you won't get much chances. So grateful for the win.
Anything to add by any of you gentlemen?
Well, management, you could go ahead.
I didn't hear that, Kems.
No, I said you could go ahead. I see you ready to start. You go ahead.
No, man, listen, let me tell you this. When I look at the Chelsea game, I can say this, Levan. It's when I look at the Chelsea game, I know they made some changes to the starting 11, but it was still a very strong team, right? And players, he didn't move, the coach did not do a change the starting 11. He did not move players out of their normal position. So you play, listen, because you want to win your first game. Even if it's bad, you have to do that in the Champions League. You don't want to be playing from the back foot. So what I'll say is that Chelsea continues to prove that they are going to be a very difficult team to break down, and also a very difficult team to stop from scoring. I think they're going to be powerful in Europe, and I've picked them to win the Premier League.
All right.
And I think it is because they have one of the best coaches in Europe.
So,
You know, there are other coaches up there with him, but the one struggle Manchester United have now, why I don't have them in contention for any of these things, is that their coach is at like level B. You know, you have the A level coaches. He's like a level B coach. He's in the group with Arteta and Sean Dice and those people. That's down there. Then you have the Klopp and the Pep and the Tuchel and those guys up there. But Ole and Arteta and Brendan Rodgers, these guys are in a different category, and I think that is the difference. You saw organized team, a coach that rotated players, but everybody played in the position that they are most successful at or in.
so Manningsman. So let me just ask a question. Just for clarity of myself and the persons watching. So you are telling me that the game that Chelsea played today, you saw a championship team playing today.
Today, I saw a team that Zenit couldn't create chances against.
All right. So would
So
you
I
say
don't.
that
It's why.
would you say would you say that Chelsea is just the superior team? Like them up against Zenit is a Chelsea here and Zenit like right here. So would you say that?
Where's Manchester at in
No,
comparison to Young
on
Boys?
No, that's not the question.
Focus, man. The man is asking a question
All
in
right, so let
regards
me
to Chelsea
so let
and
me tell
Zenit.
you. All
Focus.
right, so let me give you my Chelsea, they're up here and Zenit is down here. Let me give you that. So they're up here. Many times those are the teams that beat you because you're going there believing that okay, there's no way they can beat me. You still saw an organized team that rotated players. Again,
okay.
when I see them playing, I didn't see at no point watching the game. At no point I felt like Zenit is going to beat Chelsea, or Zenit can get something out of this game. At no point. So listen, even when one of the qualities of a good team is that even when they are not playing good, you see championship material with them, either by the coaching or their organization. What I'm saying, when you look how this team is organized, even when they don't play well in terms of their attacking play, trust me, brethren, they never look like they were under threat at any point. So on their worst day, a team couldn't break them down.
Okay.
Okay. Mannings, in regards to what you said earlier, right? To see if I was in the position that the guys at Manchester United were at in terms of ownership and all that, well, they wouldn't have a job today, you know? Just because of them substitution they will make, he won't have a job because they were that stupid. But anyways, won't waste any time on that because we do talk about it long enough. Um, now look at a game that, boy, this was every better's dream, to be honest. And anybody that never got a piece of this game, sorry for y'all, man, because when I saw Just Bet giving Bayern $1.96
Bruh.
2.5 cents, I was like, Just Bet is crazy.
Yo.
But guess what? They ended up with Bayern did what was expected of them, beat up a hapless Barcelona side who never registered a shot on target. I'm going to start with the man that loves La Liga football and Spanish football, none other than Devin himself. Man, what I thought about your Spanish team? Well, they're not your Spanish team, but your
But
team
don't,
from Spain.
don't put it down to the Spanish league with this game. Bayern is just way superior to a lot of teams in any league right now. Bayern is not just any team. So don't bother say it's just big Spanish teams or whatever, you know. But better you talk about like Sevilla not winning that game and taking a job at the Spanish team. But Bayern, no, you can't play with the Bayern. But then Bayern just show their true quality and just show the reality of Barca now and it making it seem really and truly what Kem said. Because I still remember what Kem said, that they're not going to finish in the top 4. But we can't even necessarily use this game to judge it. But guess what? Only thing that I don't watch all the games because I started about work yesterday, and the only thing I get to see is on CBS Sports the highlights of each game. So the only thing I don't like for Bayern, because I like watching them. That what's the guy name again? Coleman. I like to see him start. I like to see that guy start. The guy that used to be a Man City, his name Sané. He's a good player. Yeah. I think he's been scoring a couple of games. So I guess the coach really want to start him, and I guess he's a rotational player. But it's just me. I like Coleman as a player, so I like to see him start. And he's very talented. I don't know if it's a rotation thing, but I'm seeing more and more Sané is getting more games now, and Coleman is going to the bench. Muller and Lewandowski, they just do what they normally do. And it's just a clinical performance from Bayern Munich. And trust me,
I'm
like
getting
you
a
said,
feedback from one of the guys. All right, go ahead, David.
it's not just like you said, it's not just bet or the Jamaican team, the Jamaican betting company. It was just all over the internet. It was just all those betting. It was just a betting dream. At one point, it was selling for $2.05 on some betting sites. So trust me, Bayern was going to destroy that team, right? Trust me, I love my Real Madrid, but if Bayern catch Real Madrid too, I don't think the results will be that much different. To be
If
honest.
in a feedback from your feed, so start that out, Devin, on return. But as I was saying, we look forward to this game. It was a better's dream games, and here's a man that do betting. This was just like taking a candy from a baby.
You know what funny is that so I go on my little betting site and I saw plus 165 for Bayern. So I was like, no, so I have to put a big money on it. So I actually put Bayern for win and over 2.5. Because me I say this game must be over 2.5. But to be honest, this was a little training session for Bayern. You know, yesterday I think I said it was going to end 4-0. You
Yeah,
know,
man.
it ended 3-0. It could have easily go 4-0, easily go 5-0. You know, it was just a little training session. You know, Barcelona got no shots on target. They took 5 shots overall in the game, totally outclassed. You know, at one point Bayern looked like they were bored. Um, Want to keep a name again? And the
Oh, nah, yeah.
German keeper. Oh gosh, man, that man was reading the Jamaica Observer in the goal. It was just easy going. And I'm here to tell you, I'll be the first one to break it. Barcelona will be going to the Europa League because they are not coming out this group. Let me tell you, they are not coming out this group. And you can say again, and you can call me froggy and say me too jumpy, but I'm telling you, anybody willing to take it on, Barcelona is not coming out this group. They just don't look good. I don't see anything that can suggest. I don't think they can beat a Benfica team, even though Benfica draw today. I don't think they can beat Benfica to come out this group at all. So I have Benfica and obviously Bayern going through, and what you name the Barcelona going to the Europa League.
Okay. Before I move on to Ryan and Manningsman, we currently have 18 viewers. Come on, man. All of you 18 guys that haven't subscribed to us as yet, just hit that subscription button, man. And ensure that you like the video. And I encourage more of you guys to comment, man, because the more comment, the better for us. So just go ahead and do the honors, man. That's all we ask of you guys. Um, Ryan, what I want to ask you is that what do you think of Julian Nagelsmann placing a lot of trust in somebody that you had under your wings, but he was scooped up by Bayern, and now he's a German national, and even the German coach actually trusts him. And I'm talking about none other than Jamal Musiala. What do you think of the player as in how he has developed so far?
Well, if you're good and young, it shouldn't change the fact that you're good. So once you're good enough, you should get game time, and a young coach more than likely can relate to him, a more modern type of coach. So chances are under such a young coach, he will be given opportunities to express himself. So um, that's what I believe coaches should do. Pick your best players, whether they are regardless of their ages, and give them the appropriate minutes that they can manage over a period of time. Because I don't expect him to start every game. Some games he won't play, some games he will come on and play. But based on his age, you give him the required amount of time to properly develop himself. You don't really want to overplay a player like that either. So just be sensible as a coach and pick him accordingly. And so Nagelsmann, for me, he will do good with Musiala. It remains to be seen how his season progress, and if what kind of challenge he can put forward in the Champions League, and how good he will win the league. So it's a work in progress from his standpoint as a coach of Bayern right now. But with Musiala, I think he can help him to develop.
Okay. We're not going to look forward to the games that will take tomorrow because, as you know, the first set of games was played today. So tomorrow we have 8 fixtures. So first up, quickly just want the prediction for these ones because I have other fixtures to discuss on other topics. So Manningsman, Besiktas against Borussia Dortmund tomorrow at 11:45. What sort of scoreline are you looking at? Manningsman is still there?
Borussia Dortmund by 2.
Okay. Ryan, scoreline?
Dortmund always try to make games exciting, so I'm going 3-2 Dortmund.
Kems.
Dortmund is away. They're bound to concede. Um, I'll have Dortmund winning. I'll give them 3-1.
Ryan. Ryan, I mean Devin.
2-1 Dortmund.
Okay. Next up we'll see new team in the competition, Sheriff Tiraspol, taking on Shakhtar Donetsk. Quickly, prediction, Kims.
2-all.
Okay. Ryan.
2-0 to
Devin.
Shakhtar.
Devin, go ahead.
Shakhtar win 1-0.
Manningsman.
It's in Ukraine.
No, it's in Moldova.
1-1.
Okay. Next up, a game of significant interest to Devin, where we'll see Inter Milan taking on Real Madrid. Devin, I see this one going because your boy Vinny Jr. is in red hot form, so I'm sure that you think Vinny will come and score tomorrow again, or even your
3-2.
big
3-2.
bets.
3-2 Madrid win.
Go ahead and discuss it, man.
Oh,
When it's big games, we discuss big games, and when it's
oh
team
Lord,
match,
man. Oh Lord, man. So like I said, even though it's La Liga, I said Vinny will score 12 goals. Tomorrow going against Inter Milan. I was thinking there may be a draw, but Big Benz, they're gonna get a goal from Big Benz. And Vinny Jr. playing good. And Madrid is back in the middle now. He didn't start the other day because he wasn't all that he wasn't fit. I'm hoping the coach doesn't start Hazard, right, and give the guy the start for Madrid. What's the guy name? Kamavinga.
yeah.
Yes, he can get a start. And like Kems made a very good point when we were doing the early show before the season starting. That one of the reasons why Chelsea, are the better of us in that all midfield, the old man midfield, even though they are quality players, they are going down now. So, to combat that, Kems, I don't know if they were actually listening to you. We got Kamavinga, younger player. He can help with the duties. And even though that guy, what's his name, Valdeverde, is not as solid as a Madrid or, he's a younger version. He can still run and keep up. So hopefully it will give a mix to like Kamavinga and Valdeverde as opposed to just using the big names that we used to. Cruz, Madrid, Hazard, and all those players. We mix it up. So we have the quality and we have the youth who can do the more hard work, as Kim was alluding to. But definitely, we have issues in the back. That's why I'm expecting teams to score. We have some issues in the back because we lost Ramos, we lost, Varane. So it's two good quality players that we lost there. Milito is trying his best, and I see where the coach, what he did the other day. What a guy from Bayern name again,
Alaba.
Yeah, he normally play as a left back for them, so he's trying to put him at centre back more on the left.
Actually, he played at centre back for Bayern as well.
Right. But the coach initially in a few games in the league, he was putting him on as a wing, so he's trying to use him in the centre because we have issues around here, and it has been working well so far in La Liga. But Champions League is different quality, but it's not like we're playing a Bayern Munich, so I would love for him to do that, bring some more stability in the back. You get what I'm saying? Because if Marcelo is down, but you have this guy that come on there on the left. Mendy's not playing. Yeah, he's been playing good. And no need for me to talk about my boy Vinny Jr. We're getting a goal from him tomorrow, And you and I had a conversation off here, Levon. Rodrigo, when we used to use him, there used to be one of the best substitutions. He's not doing good for us now. You know what I mean? So we just want him to come on and give us some good quality minutes. And we should be good.
Okay.
3-2. Don't put your hopes on it. Just put a little small thing on it. 3-2.
I actually like the 3-2, because Inter Milan will concede. I just think that Madrid has more quality, so Madrid will get the win. We're now joined by Steve, and I'm going to go directly to Steven. Tomorrow we'll see Liverpool taking on AC Milan, and AC Milan are without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic. So what do you think this match will go tomorrow, Stephen?
Night everybody. I think Liverpool will win 2-0. Klopp has been trying to work on the defense for a couple of seasons now, and although Robertson and Trent have been taking liberties, the centre backs have been covering the spaces well. Fabinho has been covering the spaces well. I just think that we're going to be disciplined defensively. The front three, they're going to miss some chances, but they're going to put in a couple. So I think we're going to win 2-0.
All right. I see Demo in the comment section saying that Konate and Joe Gomez tomorrow at the back. We will concede to Giroud, but Gladzata not. Liverpool 3, AC Milan 2. You agree with that, Stephen?
If we start somebody that's not probably one of Matip or Van Dijk, if not one of them don't start, we're gonna concede. Because our wing backs go and playing centre back, you have to be smart and you have to know the chemistry. Not started a game officially for Liverpool as yet. So if we start those two, and Gomez has been out, and even before his injury was looking very ordinary. Slow, lacking intelligence, not the Gomez we know. So if we have to start that at centre back, we're gonna concede without a doubt. And I'd put it that would win 3-1 in that case.
Okay. Now we're going to look at Man City taking on RB Leipzig, and I'm going to put that one to Mannings, man. How you see this one going tomorrow, boss?
Man City playing at home. 3-1 Manchester City.
Go ahead and discuss it, man. Remember that this is a big game, man. We don't just jump to conclusion when
I
it
think
comes
I
to
watched a
games.
couple of the Leipzig game. They have lost Upamecano. Very instrumental in terms of their defensive pairing from last season. I think City, though they are still not playing with a centre forward, they still are creating enough goals. And RB Leipzig, they can score, but they concede. And a team like City will score on them. I've watched a couple of the Leipzig game. They're not defending well. I kind of find like the faster the game is against German teams, is the poorer they look, especially when they don't have a lot of possession. I don't see them having more possession than City. I think Grealish is going to have a good game. And so I can't see them. City also has a very good defense. I don't know. I think sometimes because they're so good offensively, we don't pay a lot to how they defend. And if you remember last year, they were one
They
of
will
the
have
teams.
Aki tomorrow in defense, though.
Huh?
They will have Aki in defense tomorrow.
Yeah. There you go. I think if you remember, even
No, I'm
last.
saying that we're going to weaken their defense.
Also, he's going to start.
Yeah.
What, rotation or injury?
Laporte and Stones are out. Is what I heard.
Okay.
But Mannings, man, you made a point
Yeah.
that I don't agree with either. You said that the
Yeah.
faster the game becomes, the more weaker the German teams become. No, it's not that. Because
Really?
if you actually watch Bundesliga, Devin can tell you that they play some of the fastest football you can actually see.
No,
So
man. They move the ball faster, but they don't. So in
the
other words,
football itself is fast. They play the ball fast and they themselves
no.
move fast.
Really? You
They
think
do.
you watch this? You think
Yeah.
a Raheem Sterling playing? You remember when PSG played Bayern Munich, that they struggle with the speed of PSG? I'm
Yeah,
telling you, they
but
struggle
let me
with
ask you a question.
pace.
Hold on. Let me
Yeah,
ask you a
why?
question, Mannings, man.
No.
Which team wouldn't be trouble with the pace of PSG front line?
Which team?
Uh-huh.
All right, let me give you. I can't give. I don't think the Chelsea team would struggle with it.
Everybody would.
You're looking at
Everybody
like
would.
I'm just
Even
saying.
Mannings,
I don't
man.
think
Move
Liverpool would
abroad.
struggle. I'm just saying. I don't think Liverpool would struggle with it.
Come on, Mannings. Every team would actually struggle
I
against that.
don't
front.
think Liverpool would, in terms of pace. They will struggle with probably other things, but not in terms of the pace of those players, the raw pace of them. I don't think watching Leipzig, they are very, very slow. They're not a. All right.
Not true.
Listen, watch the game. All right, we're gonna come back after the game, you know.
But I'm telling you, Mannings man. Remember that I'm a man that loves German football.
All right,
Yes, I sit down every Saturday and Sunday and watch Bundesliga. So,
and you
and that
find it to
basis,
be very fast.
it
In,
is.
in comparison to how Liverpool play and City play, you find that
No,
the
no, no.
Bundesliga.
You're going off track now.
But
You're going off track
but
now.
City.
We say
So,
overall.
but I'm talking no, but Levon brought up the point based on what I said about City versus Leipzig, and I'm saying to you that the pace of City going to be a problem to this Leipzig team because they are not a fast. They don't play fast. And they don't have any pace in the team.
It's not that they don't play fast. Probably City play faster, but it's not that they don't play fast over. You make it seem like generally the German teams like they play a slow style.
You know if all 7 of us were in a race, people said we were fast, but we are fast relative to the 7 of us. Not fast in comparison to the other 7 people, like the Asafa Paul and the Usain Bolt. All I'm saying is that when you look at the German league and they're playing against other German teams, you're going to say, boy, the Bayern Munich team is playing very fast. But when you watch them play against other teams with fast, like that, when you watch them against the PSG, when you watch them against the Liverpool, when you watch them against the City, then generally struggle. All right? Well,
Okay, hold on a second.
German league is the second fastest. Based on the stats that I've seen from German league, like when I watch some highlights on whichever cable channel bring it, I think they are the second fastest.
Only
If I remember
English league.
correct,
Yeah,
behind the
but-
English league.
Levon,
all right.
I just
So
want to add
that's
another
not true.
perspective to what Mannings man was saying. Even if Leipzig come out and play fast and keep up with City, I don't think Leipzig has that midfield maestro to kind of slow the tempo down and manage the game. Sabitzer is gone. Sabitzer was the maestro in the middle of the park. He's gone. So I think that's going to allow them to struggle as well.
But correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Sitting up beat up Leipzig all the time. Like, act like
Yeah,
say
but Kevs, the thing is that I'm not. What Mannings man don't understand is that I'm not saying that Leipzig is going to cause City trouble, But I'm just kind of brushing aside the argument.
City normally beat them because of the fast playing. That's what they
Not
normally use.
necessarily.
I wouldn't say
Ryan
it's the fast playing. City
But
just
I'm
beat them
telling you,
because of the
Ryan
better quality.
Sterling.
Mannings man, listen. Manchester City
Okay.
is a superior team to RB Leipzig, so Manchester
Okay,
City
all right.
quality comes
All right.
out whenever they play against them.
Levon, you're unfair and you should apologize to Mannings, man. Guess why?
All right.
Every person on this panel get to talk about their team. Every person. But Mannings man team is not in the Champions League. So we have to throw a team. And as a result of that, he's not really equipped to talk about them, so he just talk about anything when it comes to him. So I have to say this. Right, Mannings man.
I'm sorry, Mannings man. I'm sorry. But
Not a problem, Kems. Not a problem, Kems.
Oh boy.
I have 3 points, I'm in
boy.
16th place.
Oh boy.
That's why I tell you.
Let's move on. We're talking about Champions League. We're talking about European football. So next up tomorrow, we'll see Club Brugge taking on PSG and Kems. You really want to see the PSG team in action to see what they're all about with Messi, Mbappe, and Neymar. So tomorrow we'll actually get to see them on show against Club Brugge. So on that basis, so I think this one will go tomorrow.
All right, so I want to see PSG, but not a big team, right? Because this team this is an easy 5-0 for PSG. A lot of persons are saying, "Oh, Cristiano score already and Messi not score for PSG." Well, let me tell you, Messi will score tomorrow. Messi will score. All the betters by Lionel Messi to score 2 goals at any time in the game. Messi will score tomorrow, right? But as I said before the season, I have PSG to win the Champions League, all being equal, no major injuries to Neymar, Mbappe, or Lionel. Then PSG those 3. Anybody else can get hurt, but those 3, I don't think they're going to lose the Champions League. So I think Club Brugge will get a nice piece of 5-0, and then they'll just go and have a seat.
Yeah, man, because they got 6-0 the other day in their league too, so anything possible right now. But in terms of you saying by Messi to score anytime, I'd rather take the risk on buying Kylian Mbappe to score at any time because he has been the man on form for PSG this season, and I just advise the betters that both guys are selling for the same odds, so just play it safe and go with Kylian Mbappe. But Ryan, tomorrow we also see Atletico Madrid taking on Porto. Atletico Madrid who started this season not so brightly, but they have been getting the results, and that's all that matters. Tomorrow I think they will get a one over Porto.
Literally 1-0.
But yeah, we just hope that we'll actually
Yeah,
see them.
I expect not the most exciting game. Two teams. Porto is a good team, so I think that group has 4 good teams in it. But Porto went quarterfinals last season, right? Yeah, and beat us in one leg. So they have a pretty decent team. But I don't expect them to beat Atletico. I am going 1-0 Atletico.
Okay. And again, we currently have 24 viewers on the stream right now. So guys, for all of you guys who haven't subscribed to the channel as yet, please just hit that subscription button and just like the video. And I encourage you to comment more as well. We're not going to look at. Go ahead, Mannings.
Are you guys? How many games have you watched of RB Leipzig? Because I've watched 3 of their games, and I don't know if you're looking at what happened last year, and you guys are saying that they play fast. I'm trying to figure out because I'm not sure I understand what is like. Are you saying you're saying that generally the Bundesliga is a fast league, but are you saying that Leipzig is a fast playing team? Are they play
Both.
fast?
Yes.
And you have
Both.
watched them this season, and you have that impression. All right.
Yes, they have.
Which all right? Which one?
I watched them last season.
Which one
I
of the
watched them
games?
the season before
Tell me
that.
which one because I watch all
And I
of the
watched them
games.
the season before that.
All right, now watch me now. I watch all of the games that they have played this season. So
You
I want
have?
you to tell me, yeah. So tell me which one of the games I need to watch. I need to rewatch, and I will watch it tonight.
All right.
Because they
So
have played
Mannings
4
one.
games. They're
Mannings
actually
one.
13th, I think, in the Bundesliga.
Yeah, and you're going based on what you have seen of the results. So let's point out that all right, Mannings one. Just simply go back and watch that game that they played against VfB Stuttgart. Just watch
Stuttgart.
back
All right.
that game.
All right. So there you go.
Last time out, you couldn't really fault it down to anything because guess who they played against last match? None other than Bayern Munich. So what do you expect to
Fine.
happen?
Okay.
Bayern Munich is going to hit them for 6, and that's exactly what happened. And also one thing that you're not getting, Mannings one, is that Leipzig has a new coach. He's still trying to implement certain strategies into this team. So of course it's going to probably take a little time because
maybe what you guys have been saying, maybe what you guys need to be saying is that they normally play fast.
But they have played fast this season, man.
All right.
And here's even Frano saying it as well that
this season.
Hold on, here's Frano saying that I realize it fast but very disorganized defensively. Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
All right. Cool,
but
cool.
Again, guys, just subscribe to the channel, man. We're not going to look at some CPL action where we know that it will be a final between St. Lucia Kings and St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. So I'm going to start with Devin because before even the tournament started, Devin called it and said that the Patriots would actually make it to the final, and so said, so done. And the good thing for them is that the influential captain is back because when he was out, they suffered some defeat, and once he came back, they just started winning again. I'm talking about none other than Dwayne Bravo, and his presence alone tend to propel this team going forward. And its captaincy is very good, to be honest, throughout this tournament. Devin, what do you make of the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots so far?
Yeah, so I don't remember who was on the show, but I know Steven was on. When we were talking.
I think it was you, Steve, and I.
Yeah, and I was saying I've St. Kitts to make it to the final with Trinidad, right? And I was leaning. I said I was leaning towards Trinidad defending, but I definitely love the St. Kitts team and I want them to win. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna take them for the win. But now Trinidad is out. They're going up against the Kings. So with St. Kitts, Gale is there. Gale, is slowly coming into form. I've been, my stance with Gale. I've been bashing Gale about the performance, but he had a good game today. The other day, I think he made some runs the other day too. And it all goes well for the West Indies. So I'm not those because this guy named Randy Morgan the other day was chastising me on the page, saying every day I'm sitting down and praying for Gail to fail because I want to come and make me feel like I'm a good person in analyzing sports. No, Randy and the rest of us or anybody else that may be thinking that if Gail prove me wrong and make a lot of runs, I am good because it's West Indies. And right now, I want to come next time we're on a show like Demo and say I'm a guru. Yeah, so I want and say I'm a guru, but I'm not gonna say I'm a guru and say my reason is about Kems or nobody. I'm just gonna claim the guru status, but not at the expense of anybody else. Because I may be everything in life is relative. I may be a guru, but Steven may be a 10 times guru better than I am. But I want Gabe to make some runs now because I picked this team. I like the team. I just like the makeup of the team in terms of the spin quality and the pace. And like what Steven was saying with those short boundaries down there, yeah, it all goes well for the big hitters in the team. But again, I'm just open for tomorrow that at least one of the openers up front makes some runs. Because I don't want those two openers to fail. I get the feeling that if both of them fail in the same match, it's going to be problems for the team. For the rest of the guys to come. It's just going to be problems. I need at least, even if Gale may give us a 45 or 20-something ball or 30-something ball and he gets out, at least that will bring some stability. Lewis has been seeing the ball like a breadfruit, as they call it in cricket. He's seen the ball.
The best T20 batsman there is within West Indies right now.
Yeah, so I hope he bats well. But
They're
St.
long
Lucia
way.
ain't no pushover. St. Lucia ain't no pushover. So I expect them to push up a fight. Others can talk about St. Lucia and analyze it more. But I'm watching St. Kitts because I have them as my team. Because we know Jamaica and they don't have a good team and they don't have a good captain. Robman Paul knows nothing about captain a team. I would even pick him in the squad to begin with. So I have called it St. Kitts from day one, and I'm still riding with St. Kitts. I want to come back and say I'm a guru like Demo, the self-acclaimed guru.
Okay, boss. Ryan, what do you have to say about that now? Because as I said, these two teams have played well so far, to be honest. And if you look at it, they have been consistent somewhat in terms of their performances. But what St. Lucia has going for them is that the two times that they have played against the Patriots this season, they have beaten the Patriots. So on that basis, do you think that the St. Lucia can pull a one on them tomorrow?
It's possible for that to happen. As I said, they have beaten them twice already this season. So the possibility remains because it's the same squad. So it's very likely. But I'm going with St. Kitts to win. I think most of us started off with St. Kitts as favorites, and if we did not, and by watching the CPL, we'd have seen that they are the best team in the tournament. TKR has taken a nosedive. They are not as good as the ones were. So St. Kitts has been the farm team for most of the CPL this season. And if they win, they deserve to win.
Okay. Stephen, like to hear when you talk about cricket in a man because you're just so in depth when it comes on to it. But look at these two teams, and if you're to give an area where you think that this game will be won tomorrow, where would you say it will be?
I would say it would have to be at the death. Sheldon Cottrell and Dominic Drakes were leaking runs today. Sheldon Cottrell was bowling wide and full without a deep cover. That don't make any sense to me. But the death, and then with St. Lucia, Faf, almost every time Faf is in an interview, they have to ask him what went wrong at the end. Even when Walkless Jamaica Tala was, they keep bowling either too full or too short, and the boundaries are not big. So I think at the death, it comes down to how well, and I don't think DJ Bravo is bowling as yet. So it's going to come down to how well Drakes and Cottrell bowl at the death. And for St. Lucia, it's going to come down to how well Keema Paul and the rest of Pacers bowl at the death. It's going to come down to that. Because both of them in the last couple of games at the death have been horrible. So I think the death bowling is gonna win it or lose it. Because I think in the middle order to the top order of both teams have been fairly consistent. Lewis and Gale coming on along. Lewis on fire. For St. Lucia, Young Dale getting some runs today, and
Chase.
Faf
Chase
getting
has
his
been, and
own.
Chase has been
Chase has
consistent.
been on fire. Very, 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 very consistent. So the top order is pretty much solid. So where both teams have a weakness, who gives the best death bowling is gonna win the match.
Okay. Um, Mannings, man, I saw something today in the game that I was actually impressed by, and I heard Ian Bishop on commentary saying that he had a conversation with Dwayne Bravo about 2 years ago, telling him that, boss man, remember that it was your batting that initially made you got into this team. You should focus on your batting more, knowing that you're coming to the twilight of your career. And he came at one down today, and to be honest, he looked very well until seems like he wanted to end the game quickly, so he decided to start slug. But I actually like to play at number 3. What you made of him?
Uh, well, if they had selected him as a batsman in the team to the World Cup, then I'd be happy. But they selected him as an all-rounder, so he needs to start bowling because that is why he's selected. He's not selected to bat; he's selected to bowl. Glad that he performed. But I am going to go with the St. Lucia, and because of the Bravo factor. Bravo won't bat at one down if they bat first. And so I think what happens at the toss is going to be important. And if I were St. Lucia, I would chase. I would chase because for the same reason, the bowling at the back end, and I believe I know Fat Duplessis is injured, so I'm not sure if he's going to play tomorrow because he had some heavy strapping his leg. He didn't play today. They will need him because Rakim Carnival should not be in the team. All right. So if he's in the team, uh, that they're playing short. All right. So that's
Look out for the guru in the comment section coming at you. But carry on.
well. Listen, I don't know how much of a guru the guru is because the guru talks so much about cricket, and then couldn't duck out of a short delivery. You understand? So you talk to the guru because they do. but
But I say,
but
who you're going with tomorrow?
I am going with St. Lucia because Dwayne Bravo came out at the beginning of the tournament and called the team the St. Lucia Queens, and they were very they were not happy. Darren Sammy was upset with it and said we want to play them in the finals to beat them. So I think there is more on this game, and Bravo even said it again today when he was doing his interview. He said he's glad that they're going to be playing each other because they felt offended when I called them the St. Lucia Queens. And he laughed at it,
Okay.
right? And so I think with that, I'm going with St. Lucia because I think they have uh, Gale is hit and miss for me. If I were selecting the team to the T20 World Cup, he ain't going. That's just me, right?
Okay, say no
I
Not,
would
more.
not have.
not just you.
I'm in that
Not
crew too,
just
but
you,
say no
Mannings,
more.
man. Not just you.
A lot of us there.
But I have to say,
Unfortunately, just you.
I have to say that I just want to see an entertaining game tomorrow. Enjoy the final. Want to see lots of runs scored, and yeah, overall I just want to see a good game. But this is where we're going to call it an end to the show. And before I go, I just want to if you guys 30 seconds, so I'm just going to go on the table turn to Kim. So Kim's your 30 seconds to talk about whatever you want to talk about.
Wonderful NFL game last night. I'm always a big gambler, so win some money off the Las Vegas Raiders beating the Baltimore Ravens. Definitely disappointed with Manchester United. Hopefully, our coach can get some brains and come back again. I see Miss Shelley and Fraser Price talking about she want broke world record and she run from Ilian and she run gonna some secret place, gonna run some against some scrubs and she run what
7
7
8.
1078.
not good enough, and next season we have to turn up the thing even a little bit more, so then she'll be struggling at the back.
Okay. Mannings man, your 30 seconds.
Again, people, please subscribe to the channel. Right? Subscribe to the channel. Don't just come and listen to content. Subscribe to the channel. But I'll say this to Mr. Kems, the amount of money that they were paying Shelly, she decided, hey, I'm bigger than this. I just beat Ilian. So you have to bump up my pay some more if you want me there because I can go elsewhere and make some money. It's
You
about
have
the
to be running.
money, man. It's about the
Man,
money, my friend. It's about the
you have
money.
to be
It's
running
about the
10.
money.
To be running
It's
10-5
my
for
30
this.
seconds still enough. It's my 30 seconds.
Um, David, your 30 seconds.
Quickly, I just want to use this time to tell people to subscribe as well. But a brother named JQ claim he's a total Giants fan and claim I don't know that he was living in New York and support Giants. Giants ain't going nowhere again. Giants not coming out of the NFC East.
Hey,
They
wrong,
can't.
wrong, 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 wrong. Don't go there.
But
Devin, your 30 seconds.
my 30-second part, New York Giants ain't going nowhere. They can't beat Dallas. I saw Eagles. I watched Eagles game as I was telling some people. I don't see them
Yeah.
beat the Eagles. They can't beat the Eagles. Washington is a good team. I don't see who they're gonna beat. They may end this season one of the worst record of all time.
Okay. Ryan, your 30 seconds.
I don't think I need 30 seconds. Manchester United losing, Barcelona losing, Chelsea winning. It was a good day.
All right. So I'm going to take Ryan next 15 seconds. Mannings man, Shelly a fair run 10.5 in order to determine what kind of money she want. The 10.7, 10.8 work. All right.
All right, Stephen, your 30 seconds.
I just want to say it has been good to watch a CPL and see some youngsters coming through. Some of the elder statesmen giving them a chance. Like Dwayne Bravo giving Dominic Drakes the ball at the end to try and see if he can nail those Yorkers. Mario Shepard coming through. You have Young Deal coming through. Naeem Young, I was impressed with him. But I just want to say this. Odin Smith has been bowling 143 kilometers per hour, 8 games, 13 days, 9 games in 16 games, and he's not fit. That your fitness test, West Indies, does not make any sense.
And
Today
Bravo
he
He got
bowled
150 today.
155.
and,
He got
and Bravo
150.
and Bravo is
55.
and Bravo is selected as an all-rounder and can bowl in the CPL.
One quick thing though,
And he's
Steve.
fit.
So
Stephen, what I want
I
to
can't
what
see.
what impressed me about Odin Smith though, Stephen, is that is for a guy with such a short run up to generate so much pace.
That man is
Oh
quick,
jeez,
man.
man. Oh jeez, man.
Yeah.
He's
How
something.
is somebody like that not fit? I can't understand. How you playing 9 games, 14 days, bowling 140 plus, and you're not fit. The yo-yo test is to determine if you're fit enough to play cricket. He's
Right.
doing it and doing it very well. Why is he
But
not in
please
the team?
let me ask you this. Bravo is not fit enough to bowl, but he's fit enough to make the team as a bowler over a man who's bowling at 150.
All right, Mannings, man. It seems like any next show. But we're going to call it a night on the show, man, because this is a discussion that we want to take up. Because a lot of these guys that we have seen being called to the team, we never really expected to see some of them. Because if some of them are making it based on fitness, then easy to think, what are these young guys doing? But this is where we're going to end the show. And I want to say thanks to our producer, Josh Collins, makes it possible. Thanks to all the viewers. You're the one that makes this show possible. And guys, remember, just keep on subscribing. So thanks to Kims, thanks to Manningsman, Devin, Ryan, and Steve for being here tonight. Until next time, which will be tomorrow. Again, guys, just go and watch some sports. A lot of sport in action going on. So just watch some more sports. Till tomorrow.